Khuda na khasta, if a friend passes away and you decide to name your group chat Gone XYZ Gone, what does that say about you? Something to think about after you watch this. Hi, I'm Pratiksha and you're watching my review of Goodbye. To understand if I liked the film or not, मुझे पहले ये decode करना पड़ा कि emotions जो है वो आ कहाँ से रहे हैं. Is it because it's a good film or is it because I am absolutely terrified of something happening to my mother? मैंने ये figure out किया कि it was more of the latter. जो movie का concept है is very unsettling. Gayatri, played by Neena Gupta, passes away and her family then comes together from all over the globe for the funeral rites. The main conflict is between Gayatri's husband Harish, played by Amitabh Bachchan, and their daughter Tara, played by Rashmika Mandanna. Harish is committed to his anti-party agenda and the whole "tumhare paas maa baap ke liye time nahi hai," while Tara is dealing with the guilt of missing her mom's last call, while also being like, "Buddy, I was just living my life." It's like if Baghban 2.0 had a child with Piku. An interesting coincidence that both these films also starred Amitabh Bachchan. अब इन दोनों का झगड़ा तो चल रहा है, but there's also a lot more going on. एक ऐसे अंकल हैं जिनको चैन ही नहीं है, हर चीज़ में टांग घुसानी है उनको. I guess in that sense, it's a pretty accurate depiction of how funerals usually go. There's Gayatri's friends who are absolutely heartbroken at her demise, but not इतना कि they will sit ज़मीन पे. Honestly though, I'd much rather watch a film about these three women and how they deal with the situation and grief. यही है तीनों by the way जिन्होंने Gone Gayatri Gone वाला group chat बनाने का सोचा था. For such a serious subject, the film's comedy almost always lands. But for the longest time, and even towards the end, I found myself asking, point kaun sa hai? Not even ki point kya hai, because there are so many arguments being made that I had no idea ki sunna kisko hai and what is the film actually trying to propagate. Performances की बात अगर की जाए तो नीना गुप्ता and Amitabh Bachchan are both brilliant. Gupta's carefree liveliness is a great contrast to Bachchan's furious brooding. Someone who really impressed me was also Ellie Avram as Daisy, Tara's brother Karan's wife. उसके कैरेक्टर के साथ लेकिन बहुत नाइंसाफ़ी हुई है both in the film and on the writers table, because Jesus, where is her character beyond being like the ditzy foreigner? But she works well with the script that she's given. Rashmika Mandanna, who's made her Bollywood debut with Goodbye, is impressive in the serious scenes, but when the mood shifts, she doesn't maintain that. Pavel Gulati plays Tara's brother Karan, as I mentioned, and he's the nightmare child from Baghban. Funeral के बीच में he's on a call, and even though the actor is convincing in his role, उसके character का complete 180 is a little difficult to accept. Like Karan's epiphany moment, Vikas Bahl pushes everything too far in this film. Also, some of the dialogues written for women were so weird. There's this scene where a couple is trying to conceive, and I think it is written in the worst possible way for that situation. The character of a ma or a mother is a staple of Bollywood's list of things that make people emotional. And that's also why the scenes are just plain exploitative sometimes. It feels like the audience is being pushed to feel something that they would feel anyway. लेकिन जब you're already feeling something and आपको कोई बोले कि नहीं feel more, it just doesn't work. लंबे चौड़े drawn out sequences में इतना time waste हुआ है कि film का resolution जल्दी जल्दी wrap up करना पड़ा. Also, there are just too many characters. At one point, I lost track of who was coming home and when. And the different aspects of grief that the film is trying to show you could have been done with fewer characters and a more concise script. As a film, मुझे रुलाना बहुत आसान है, but this time it just didn't happen. Death and grief were much better dealt with in films like Ram Prasad Ki Tervi or Paglet or even Panchayat for that matter, while also retaining their humor. Goodbye would have benefited from a more concise, structured story and characters with more dimensions. Everything falls into place too conveniently, and that is something that can be ignored if a film has no other flaws, but well, Goodbye is a good concept let down by a meandering execution. But for Amitabh Bachchan, Neena Gupta and the women in that WhatsApp group chat, my rating for Goodbye is 2 out of 5.